All right, welcome to the Grumpy Men. See Grooms, Mailer.
Yes. What's going on?
Yeah, man, we just trying to build right here. And I don't know, been doing a lot of thinking. You know, like the relationships and dating. You know what I'm saying? For right now, I'm just gonna keep it as I don't know, dating within your race. I ain't gonna even get into personal choice and you know who belong with who, and like I ain't getting into all of that. Just the basics of relationships and dating, who you supposed to be with and why. You know, if you with somebody who, you know, every time you try to make progress or you trying to do things and they halting your progress, then that person ain't for you. But we always try to make it work, you know, because you know, the sex may be good, maybe she know how to cook. Now, if you know how to cook and have sex and, you know, have a decent relationship, you know, the relationship part is supposed to come in with, you know, they supporting your dreams and your goals. If they ain't doing that, then what the fuck you with them for? You know, that's what I be trying to understand. Like, I don't want to hear the same complaints from my man telling me, you know, yo, man, you know, she ain't really in my corner and this and that. I'll be like, so why you with her? Oh, because she do, you know, well, you know, she is good to me sometime or whatever. Like, well, what does that mean? Like, is she in your corner or not? In your darkest days, because we all gonna catch a dark day. You know what I'm saying? Well, you know, some people call it rainy day or whatever, but in your darkest day, is she there or is she not? If she not, what you with her for? I don't understand that, dog. Like, I be trying to really understand. Like, you keep going through the same cycle of going through the same thing.
Cycle of abuse.
And it's like, well, why you keep going through it? It don't make sense.
Because they love them.
But why you love them? That's what I'm saying. I'll be asking, so why you love your woman, dog?
I mean, they loyal. I mean, like, some dudes are just like, you know, you guys also, I ain't gonna just say dudes, but some people are just loyal. You know, that you might have been with them in a time that they was already fucked up or they was going through some real bad things, and out of loyalty, you know, you stay with them. Like, you know what I'm saying? Some people just don't even have the heart to just break up with people. They don't have that, like, instinct. Like, there's not, you know what I'm saying? They'll be like, oh, they'll wait for them. They prefer them to break up with them before they do, because they can't do it, because they feel a loyalty to them because they was there with them through some other real shit maybe, or, you know, help them out. So, you know, loyalty sometimes plays a big part in that too, you know. But, you know, if somebody's not treating you right, then, you know, I never understood why people stay if, you know, you're not being treated right. So, you know what I'm saying? I mean, like, you know, happiness is free. So if you
that's what I thought. I thought the happiness was supposed to be the thing that propels you to the next level in the relationship. So if the person is not going to be in your corner, you know, why you staying with them? That's the main question I try. Not even going so far as to say the person that's being, you know, abused, you know, physical or mental, you know, mentally abused that depends on the mind state of the other person. You know what I'm saying? Because I know I got yelled at in a relationship. I didn't break down.
I mean, but some people but then again, everybody ain't built the same. Like, some dudes is different. Like, you know, some dudes is just more into their feelings, so they take it personal.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, people stay with people for all different kind of reasons. People, you know, they feel like if they, you know, they invested time also. That's a big thing too, investing time. Like, you done put mad years in with somebody, so now, you know, to let them go and somebody else just pick them up and run with it, but everything you put into it, and now they got the pot of gold. And, you know, so, you know, people, you know, relationships is some hard work. It's worse than a job.
Right. Okay. So this is so in a scenario like this, you trying to like, you know, we all trying to build. Like, you trying to buy some property, or every time you go, like, maybe you want to buy some stocks, maybe you just want to put some money away. Every time you come with the solution, they come with a problem. Why it won't work. How do you stay with that person? Like, what is the loyalty there? Like, are they pushing you to do your due diligence? Or after you said, yo, I put in my due diligence and I researched it and this and that, or then let me look into it. But it ain't your fucking dream. Like, what you looking into it for? I'm telling you, I got a rock solid plan for us. It's my shit for us. You know, I'm not telling you how to do your dream.
But at the same time, if they're your partner, they gonna want to look into it for you. They gonna want to look at it and make sure that it's right. You ain't gonna fuck up the money, and you ain't gonna fuck up your money. That's going to in turn fuck up the household. So that's how, you know, if they coming at you from that aspect, then I can dig it.
I can dig that too.
Because you making sure everything is good for us. It's not you down in my dream. You know what I'm saying? But if you down in my dream and you constantly down in everything I do, then that's when it becomes a problem. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I mean. Like, at what point
that's a problem. Like,
I'm doing my due diligence and you rocking with me. So we both did it. I did my due diligence. You see what I'm doing.
That's when you know you got to bounce, though, because you know you're not on the same plateau. Y'all not on the same plane. Y'all not even on the same level. So you gotta separate, because you ain't never going to be able to achieve what you want, and that person that's with you ain't going to achieve what they want, because y'all both holding each other back. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? Somebody got to break the chain and move on. Like, you got to move on. You got to be man enough, or she got to be woman enough to walk away and be like, yo, we just not good for each other. We ain't going to go nowhere together. You going to probably we're going to go somewhere separately. And that's when you got to keep it real with yourself. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's the thing, like, you know, people don't do. They don't keep it real with themselves. Like, you know, chicks always believe, oh, yo, I can make this dude into who I want him to be. You can't make no dude into who you want him to be.
I hear that a lot, though.
You're always going, this motherfucker was who he was before you got to the motherfucker. So he gonna always be who he was. That's what I'm saying. You know
Yo, hold on. You should put that out there. You know ladies and gentlemen, you not changing the next person. Like, they are what they are. You could evolve them and make them better. But you're not going, if a person is grimy when you got with them, you're not going to turn them around and they're going to be this angelic dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, if a person is grimy, you could kind of mold the griminess and teach them business acumen, you know, to teach them how to, manage things a little better. But a grimy person's a grimy person. So how can you even be loyal and trustworthy to a person that you know is grimy? And then you're going to be mad because you gave your heart and your soul to that person, but you knew they was grimy. So who you should be mad at but you? You know, I don't get it.
Like, that's what I'm saying. You got to be real with yourself. That's when you got, you know, this person was who they was before you met them. So they're going to be usually who they are. And who they are, you know, if you didn't like it before, then you ain't going to like it when you marry. If you force them to marry you, y'all get married, y'all have kids. It's just only going to complicate the situation more. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all already showed y'all didn't have the same, you know, mind frame or the same values to continue the relationship. But now you bring marriage or you bring kids into the equation. Now the equation starts getting even more fucked up, because now it's like, you know, a lot more dynamics in the situation. So now money's going to start, you know, that's where the money thing starts. Then usually that's where it falls apart, because the money doesn't start fucking up. You know what I'm saying? Or
that's true though. Like
just the same way how it's like the same how we was talking about how, you know, you got to school youngins, or you got school kids nowadays to the game, and about college and working and getting money. You got to also school motherfuckers to this game, this relationship game. Like, the relationship game is crazy, because a relationship can throw you off track, put you on track, can make you win, or it can make you lose. There's a lot of shit that can go on in a relationship. True. that can hinder, that can make you or break you. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be very careful in who you pick for your mate. And you got to be very careful about, you know what I'm saying, the signs that they showed you before you wanted to take this plunge to have kids with and shit like that. Because, you know, if she was crazy from the door, she's going to be crazy even more when you marry her. If he was, you know what I'm saying, if he was dumb before you marry, he gonna still be dumb after you marry. You know what I'm saying?
I would tell you, man, straight up and down, man. Before I found, you know, my soulmate, who I'm supposed to really be with, you know what I'm saying? Like, who I'm with now. You know what I mean? Like, way before that, yo, I had a crazy, you know, what you want to call, quote unquote, crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I dealt with a few, you know, one or two or three. You know what I mean? And it made me think on my toes, but it also made me evaluate myself. Like, yo, what the hell was I really with them for? You know, and it makes you put things in a perspective, because you got to know how to ease out of a relationship too. Like, if you know it's over, you know when it's over emotionally.
Yeah.
So instead of going out there and cheating on a chick, you know what I mean? Like, you got to sit them down and have that conversation. It's hard. Because, you remember, if you're dealing with a crazy chick, like, there's people out there, like, they're not going to take what you're doing lightly. Like, it's over. I don't want to be with you no more because of A, B, C, D. You got to be real careful. Don't put yourself in a predicament where, you're going to break up with a person and you think you're going to stay there tonight, or if y'all live together. Like, you got to have your exit plan in effect already. Like, it can't be or some on the fly, whim type of thing. Like, you got to be real with people. Listen, we're not together because you don't support my dream. It ain't, we not together because you can't cook. Like, you can learn how to cook. You really can. Like, that's not, I mean, I know some people are being raised, they not cooking, but that's not a reason to be like, nah, I can't mess with her. She's good to me. She support me, but she can't cook, so I'm a debtor. You stupid. If you think you're going to find this perfect woman, then you a clown. Like, a perfect person don't exist. The person has to be perfect for you. Me personally, what I needed somebody who was going to be in my corner, had a brain, had their own goals, and I'm going to be there for them. What more to it is that? They want to be something different. I can't be what I was at 35, the same as I am at 25. When I was 25, it was one way. When I was 35, I was supposed to elevate. So the relationship's supposed to elevate. We get into it like, all right, before you get committed, I guess some people date, you date other people. I don't got time for that nonsense. I don't got time for you to be, I'm going out with this dude tonight. Then fuck that. You can have that dude. I ain't fucking with you. That was just me. Because some chicks was like that with me. Like, oh, you dating this chick, dating that chick. I ain't do that. But when you put that out there like that, if you say that, I don't do it like this. Because here's the key though. The key that a lot of people don't take heed to. If you're not committed to the person, if y'all dating, y'all not committed, so you're not cheating. You know what I'm saying? But once you decide that, all right, it's just me and you, we're going to rock this out, we're going to see where it goes, and now you go out and you mess with other chicks, then yeah, you a low-life. Or for the chick, she a low-life. There's mad low-life chicks out there. It's not like, it's always the dude's fault. It's a lot of, but I ain't mad at my sisters. It's a lot of angry women out there, but for a variety of reasons, because they've been fucked over by dudes that's clowns. And then the ones that out here,
I'm gonna tell you right now,
that's doing the right thing.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
Man, talk to me.
The game has changed though.
The game changed.
The game changed though. The game changed.
What's the game now? I don't need to know the game, but I got kids. I want to teach my kids the game.
You know what I'm saying? Because these new girls, these new ladies, they comparable how motherfuckers was, how dudes were in the 90s. Like, dudes in the 90s, they was, they was just running. They was running through they was living their life. Now the ladies have caught up and figured that out. Now they're living their lives. Dudes is under pressure.
What about the dude that's actually looking for a job?
Dudes is under pressure right now. They under pressure.
I mean, you under pressure, but this is the flip side too. Is when if you're gonna go into a relationship and you dating, you need money to date. That's what I question. Because if you're gonna be taking your girl out, she's gonna be taking you out, and at some point, it's supposed to be like what's the word that they call it, Dutch? You know what I'm saying? Like, we going out. What's that? See, this is where the game changed for me, Rob, because I'm trying to understand, when did it become mandatory that a dude pay on the first date? You know what I'm saying? Like, what 1950s mentality is that shit? Like, we could go on a date and split the bill. Like, I'll
tell you right now. Tell you right now. You go on a date right now and you don't pay for her meal. Your ass is gonna be all over social media. They gonna blast. They gonna blast your ass on social media. They gonna have you. They gonna blast your ass. Cheap motherfucker didn't do this. Yo, they gonna blast your ass. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, the game is.
Well, how about before that? Before you even go out, ain't you supposed to discuss the parameters of the relationship period?
Nowadays, dudes, she could call you. I remember, like, all right, for instance, back when I was running, you asked me out, you paying for it. Bottom line, you asked me.
Okay, yeah, that's a good one.
I was chilling. I was minding my business, doing what I was doing, and you hit me up to go out. So you already know it's on you because you called me. And if I feel like, spending my bread, then I'll do that. If we having that good of a time, then that's fine. Nowadays, it's mandatory. She could call you, you call her, whoever call, you paying. That's how it goes.
So the dude is paying regardless, no matter what. I mean, I remember that, like back in the days, like, yo, you call me, pay. It's on you. But listen, let me put it like this. There are men out there that don't have a problem paying, for the first date or paying all the dates. There's dudes like that. They don't care. But I'm trying to figure out, when did that become like the template, like the dude is supposed to pay? Like, your woman will never pay? Ever?
It's always been like a template. You know what I'm saying? If, that's what gentlemen do. You know what I'm saying? That's what a gentleman does. Gentlemen, you know what I'm saying? You going out with a lady, you take care. You're supposed to make sure she, you take her from her house. You know what I'm saying? Take her out, make sure, she have a good time, blah, 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 and get her back home safely. And all that's upon you to do that. And that's fine and dandy, because if, if I'm interested and I'm taking you out, then of course that's just how I move. I'm going to do that. But nowadays, though, it's totally different. You don't have that choice anymore. You don't have a choice. It's no matter what, you pay. Don't matter what, you pay.
But for how long, though?
I mean, until you become, exclusive.
Okay. All right.
Then
that makes sense.
That's when they'll start breaking out money and pay. I know there's gonna be women who see this and be like, I do this and I do that, and I take my dudes out all there.
Right.
You a rarity, okay? That's rarity shit.
That's the rare for the woman that takes their man out and pays all the time.
I seen something the other day that dudes would date a broke chick and make her rich. A rich woman won't date a broke dude to make him rich. So, you know what I'm saying? That's just how it goes.
That's kind of crazy.
That's how it goes, though. That's how it goes. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's the truth.
Okay. So you saying the flip side. So all right. So the dude with bread.
How many times
could bring up the female? I'm not saying everybody.
Check this out. How many times you been in the club and the chick bought you a drink?
Damn.
How many times?
Once. I've been in the club a few times. You know what I mean? Like over the, when I was clubbing. You talking about 10 years?
How many times did the chick buy you a drink? How many times did he offer to buy you a drink?
Twice.
Come on, man.
That's 2 times.
That's what I'm saying. Chicks be like, well, yo, I'm going to do this and that. And whatever. Ladies don't be doing that all the time. Like, it's not like now, but now what makes it even worse, like I said, now they blast you. I seen it. They dudes go out on dates, they put it right up immediately. They tweeting it.
Word.
They on Snapchat. They all over the place talking about you. Like, yo, cheat this. He didn't do this. Couldn't even do this. Yo, it's like, man, like, everything is on you. Like, it's all on you, dude. It's all on you. If you once you decide to get into that dating game, it's all on you. It's all on you. You know what I'm saying? So,
man, if you smart, you take the referral or the hookup from your man. You know what I'm saying? If you don't want to get deep in the game, if your man know you, if one of your peoples know you, they know the type of woman that you want to be with. They ain't gonna let you go out there and get all frustrated because, if that's the game the way that it is today, man, that's why there's people that they say it's cheaper to keep her. They'll just stay with the person that they with instead of just, going out and trying to be with somebody else, because it don't make no sense. Like, if you just spending bread, just to be spending it, like, I don't know, man. Like, I'm so glad that I don't have to do that, but I do have kids.
I mean,
I need to show them what it really is out here.
That's what I'm saying. Like, and you know, and another thing is too, it's a lot of, you may remember all those dudes, all them dudes from the early days in the 90s and shit, who was running around, had mad chicks and all that, had mad kids. A lot of them they all had daughters. Somebody had a daughter. They all had daughters somewhere in there. And guess what they did? They schooled them to the game. So they made them even more hardcore. And then all these young boys, like you like to say, they mama's boys. So, you know, they got baby. So now here comes this piranha who got a daddy who's in the air like, man, motherfuckers ain't shit. Don't da-da-da. He better have this and this on deck or you don't even fuck with him. That got you under even more now. That's why they so hard, son. I mean, I'm talking because I'm talking from, unfortunately, from experience. You know what I'm saying? Right. I got daughters. So that's what you know what I'm saying? That's the type of shit I tell them. Like, look, you know, this is what it is. You know what I'm saying? You guys make them show and prove. Let him show and prove what he about. You know what I mean? Talking and shit, showing and proving is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So now you putting that in their head. Now what they do when they encounter these dudes, they put that pressure on them. Cause you know what I'm saying? It's like the pressure is like, you know, so they pound that pressure on them like, okay, yeah, you know, they just listening, but they ain't giving them what that feedback them dudes want, that attention that they looking for, like how their mama would give it to them.
So how you make that transition then, like from like what you brought up earlier, you was talking about a woman with money, and it's very rare that she's gonna bring up the broke dude, you know, like raise him up. You know what I'm saying? Wait for him because he could be in transition. Maybe he ain't got a job. And I've seen a couple of sitcoms like that, you know, where the dude ain't had no job, but the chick held him down. And that seems kind of rare in reality, but they were still poor. But you talking about somebody that got money, you know, like a six-figure woman ain't gonna be with no mailroom dude. Like that's TV. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like you ain't gonna raise them up to like, go do this because at some point it's gonna be a clash.
All right, that's like for instance, that's like for instance, an athlete, a rapper. They go in the strip club, see a bad chick, and fall in love, and they taking her out of the strip club. See, they married him. She done came up. Now let these same type, flip the circle, women with money, go up into these male strip reviews or whatever. They ain't taking none of them and making them their husband. They ain't gonna do that. But now you turn it around now and let somebody like, you know, let an athlete or somebody who see a pretty young woman. They gonna say, yo, hold on, they'll stop the whole, stop. They gonna want to talk. Women ain't gonna do that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They're not gonna do that. So, I mean, I just think that it is right now. I'm glad, and I'm just glad I'm not these young dudes nowadays because the heat is on them. They hot. They on them. Like I remember when
the heat is on to actually to be. Well, let's put it like this. If you're 19, 20 years old, like we had this conversation last week. So if you get out of school, you got to have a plan because it's about making money, making moves. So if you got women, most of the girls, they do mature faster than guys anyway. So, a 20-year-old female ain't even really trying to deal with no 18-year-old dude because mentally you ain't there. Like they get ready to go and to try to make some money, whatever. Like that's just the maturity level of a female. They just a little more advanced than us at that particular time and age. But you got, if you don't have a plan, how you gonna make money? Then you can't even go out and date. You don't got no bread.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like,
you know what I mean?
Like that's what I'm saying. Like you go to you go to the club with your friends and you know what I'm saying, and you ain't got no money, whatever. And there's a bunch of women in there popping bottles and shit like that. You think they're gonna send you over a drink?
Hell no. Hell, they're gonna treat you like the waiter.
Exactly. Now, you flip the circle, you flip it around. The dude in there, him and the dudes popping bottles. They get money. They look around. They see something they like. Bring her right on through VIP. Come through. Come hang out with us.
Okay, so why is that though? They say that's the thing that because right now you seen this crazy ass dynamic, that's going on out here. Well, at least it appears that way on social media, because social media is kind of like emotional ranting, on both ends. Men and women. So, when you look at it, you go, well, why everybody seems angry? When you start talking about relationships and who don't support who and why not, and men ain't shit and females ain't shit. Like, you just keep hearing the same dialogue over and over. And it's like, well, what happened? Because it wasn't always like that.
Well, like you said earlier, a lot of dudes, they ruined it. They shitted on a lot of women. They shitted on them. You know what I'm saying? They shitted on them. And then you turn around and you got these same women raising these kids. They put the same, that's what I was saying. No matter how you look at it, you know what I'm saying? These kids nowadays are inspired by what would happen to their parents. You know what I'm saying? Whether you had a daddy that was running the streets, or if you had a mom that got, disrespected or whatever. And that's in them. So they seen that, and that they look at that and be like, nah, I don't want that to happen to me. So they trying to do everything to prevent that situation from home from happening to them. And this is the products you have out there now. So now you got a bunch, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Like, so you got these young boys, they softer. You know what I'm saying? They're a little more softer because they're a little more emotional. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if that's because they listen to Drake or whatever, but I don't, you know what I'm saying? But
but even him, like when you say young, like even he young.
Huh?
Even cats under, like, if you under 35, you young. You know what I'm saying? And I don't mean young in a negative. It's just you got some more things to go through. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to understand, like, from age, when you born to 18, well, most people, some people have been on their own for a minute. You know what I'm saying? From 8, 12, 13, 16 maybe. But for the most part, most people, 0 to 18, that ain't your life. That's the parents' life that's controlling you. So you don't really know too much until you leave from under the nest. So when you're in your 20s, you like a little kid all over again. You like 7. When you're 25, you like 7 in reality, because your first 18 years, that wasn't you. Your whole life is controlled. So you start learning stuff on the fly. If you got somebody that was deep in the game, they was running around, running crazy, and now they got daughters. They don't want their daughter with a dude like them. That's not what they want. They want them with the nice dude. But the nice dude ain't being cultivated like that. You could be nice and not be a sucker. See, that's the difference. You could be nice and still go out on a date and be like, yo, I got this. You could pay. I'll pay 5 times in a row, 6 times in a row. I'll pay until, the woman say, nah, I want to pay this time. All right, that's cool. If he says you want to pay this time, that's great. I'm going to tell you like this, though. It ain't you going to call me up because you want to be taken out and you going to treat me like shit. Don't be a sucker, guys, man. Don't do it to yourself. Like, don't be a hoe.
There's a lot of lollipops out here, right?
There's a lot of dudes that you being treated like a sucker.
Lollipops out here.
They just
there's a lot of lollipops out here. So they out here. There's a whole group of them. So you know what I'm saying? That's what's going on. Like, I'm bored. Come take me out. And they did. Well, you doing this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. Where dudes, they become more emotional, and the women have learned, and the dudes haven't caught up. And like, once again, like you were saying earlier, women mature fast. So now you put a mature woman with that game in her. It's like a piranha in the ocean. They gonna eat. They gonna eat these little dudes up. Right. They gonna eat them up. They gonna run circles around them because they smarter than them, and they thinking on their feet real quick, and they looking, they sizing you up real quick, understanding what you're capable of and what you're not capable of, because somebody's taught them that.
Right.
And so now it's like some of that, I guess, that ladylike instinct is kind of gone. So they've become more aggressive. So now that the women are aggressive and dudes are softer, it makes it
That's a crazy dynamic though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's like, and it's not like, black dudes is already, it's already, that's why, then you get, I hate to say it, but that's why, that's the excuse black dudes use, like, well, she's too aggressive, black women too aggressive, so I gotta go date me somebody else. It's not that they're really
that's crazy though.
It's just that they're more advanced than you. They're more advanced than you. They're more advanced, and you're not. So you got to go with somebody who you're more advanced in,
or go with somebody who y'all moving at the same pace. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with what's the word? A progressive. See, instead of saying aggressive, it's progressive. You got women out here that they don't have time for the bullshit.
Yeah.
So they want to do things, and they want their man to be with them doing these things. And they want to have a man that could push them to want to do more as well. They don't got time to be waiting for you to catch up mentally. You see them, you run into the person 5-10 years from now, and they be like, yeah, I messed up. I wasn't ready for you, but I'm ready now. Get the fuck out of here. Like, I don't got nothing to say to you. Like, yo, you bugging right now.
That ship done sailed.
Yeah, the ship is gone.
That shit is gone now. We all you got to learn to live with regrets then. That's when you got to live with the regret.
So let me ask you this question, because I had this conversation before. When you go out, all right, it's definitely for the early stages of the date. It's not, because once you go out a couple of times, I was talking about the back of the menu. I had this conversation. When you order from the back of the menu, any restaurant, it's usually the most expensive stuff. Personally, I don't have a problem with my woman, my wife. You know what I'm saying? Like, she could order whatever she wants, but we already know what we working with when we go there. But if we just started going out, I'm not saying that you can't order off the back of the menu. Well, who the fuck do you think you are to order off the back of the menu and you can't even pronounce shit? Can you pronounce what the fuck you ordering?
I'm gonna keep all the way 100. I'm gonna tell you, in all my years, I never had that issue really. I've never had that problem. You know what I'm saying? I can honestly say that. I can honestly say I never been on a date where, I ain't gonna say never. I probably might have had one or two. Let me take that back. You know what I'm saying? Let me take
$100 plate. You know what I mean? Like,
I had to correct them. So, I wasn't cool. I didn't want to do it, but, at the same time, I'm going to keep it 100, though. I'm like, nah.
$100? Like, on a meal? Like, yo, I know you can do it.
We ain't doing the whole lobster, steak, and all that shit, and doggy bagging it up.
Turf is cool, but that's $60. Nah. You know what I'm saying? That's okay. Nah. I'm not, but on the first
shut that down immediately, because I already know you trying to play me. You know what I'm saying? To me, that's just showing you trying to play me. Like, you come in.
Yeah, I want to serve a turf, and I want to buy.
First time going to somewhere, you be like, yo, you already talking about spending mad dough. I'm looking at you kind of funny.
I'm looking at you crazy.
Like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Like, definitely I took you here, but there's rules to this shit.
I thought it was rules to the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm talking on the first date. I ain't talking about your woman or your wife. I'm talking about the first date.
I'm talking about.
You can't bust me down on a $90 plate.
Your first date. If you on a date with somebody, you know what I'm saying? Unless that person tells you whatever, it's on me.
Right. That's different.
That's different.
But,
I mean, to have somebody just try to open, to me, I just look at that as like, yo, you trying to play.
Like, how you grab the menu and don't even open it? You just go you look on the back cover. You know what I'm saying? You ain't even open it to see what's inside. It might have.
I did my best.
Come on, man.
I did my best.
That's why you gotta be careful
to stay away from people like that. I did my best to stay away from people like that. You know what I'm saying? I always try to stay away from people like that, because you know what I'm saying? I knew it would be an ugly encounter.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying? So I try to stay away. But nowadays, everything.
But as you said, on social media, you're gonna get dragged, right?
You're gonna get dragged.
That dude,
you're gonna get dragged.
He made me pronounce my dish.
So they might Snapchat you live. They might put you on the gram live. They might put you on something live, and just be like, look at this, he got me in here. Yo, it's just too much.
So then I'm gonna do it in reverse. You gonna order it, but you gonna eat all of it. We gonna sit here till you finish that shit. That's a fair. Like you can't go to Carmine's and be like, yo, I want 2 orders of this, and we gonna walk out with it. Like you've been to Carmine, a restaurant like Carmine, anything that serves family-sized dishes. Them places are already huge. Like me and you could go there, like 2 people will have a hard time finishing a family-sized dish. When this one person gonna order that, like, yo, come on, man. Like don't be a glutton.
Yeah.
Eat what you can eat. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what you order, but eat it though. Like, come on, we can't just go out and, I'm gonna buy a $100 bottle every time we go out because we in a seafood spot. We in Sammy's on City Island or whatever. Like, you can't just be blowing bread. Like, but if you tricking, you tricking. So I ain't talking about the dudes that's tricking. Yeah, I'm talking about the regular Joe.
If you lollipopping, then it's all good.
Yeah, like do your thing. Like you want to show her that you got bread. I mean, that's fine.
Like,
but
do your thing.
But
I don't care. I don't care. I wouldn't care if I had bread or if my shit is what don't have enemy out, and I will take you somewhere. I still ain't trying to hear that shit. I'm not trying to hear that shit. Like, you know what I mean? That's just, like I said, there's rules to this shit. There's rules to this shit, and you already know what the rules to this shit is. Like, so, you looking on the back of that menu, that shit costs some bread. That shit costs some bread, and, and you got to be to your discretion, too. The dude, it gotta use his discretion. That's why I said I stayed away from people like that. Pretty much, you know what I'm saying.
But I was just trying to impart some game on some people that don't go out with a person until you actually ready to go out with them.
And you already know when you're talking to them from before you go out with them. Like, look, she already giving you hints of who she is. So once I figure out who you is, then you know how to play that person, how you want what you trying to do. You know what I'm saying? And that's that's the realest shit right there.
Right.
Rushing to go out. Like you think, oh, well, I'm gonna take her out and then we're gonna go to the crib and smash. No. You know what I'm saying?
Let me
you know what I'm saying? Unless you know what I'm saying? I mean, look, it's a process. It's a process for some dudes.
Absolutely.
And then that's where dudes get themselves in trouble at, because you start like, oh, she on the back of the menu ordering crazy, and you like, we going back to your crib after this with the doggy bag and all that. We gonna, you think you coming in, and she like, I gotta get up early for work in the morning.
You gotta eat that, dog. Like, what's come out? Like, it's over.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Go on. And then you mad.
Smash for a meal. Like you said,
you mad.
Crazy, man. And women chicks too.
Now you mad. But the difference is you ain't gonna go on YouTube. I mean, you ain't gonna go on Instagram and all that and be like how she played you and shit. You gonna keep that to yourself. You got a problem on these social medias and putting your ass out to a blast.
Yeah, like why would you even think that? You know
what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I'm like, yo, dudes they under mad pressure, because these young dudes now, you gotta show and prove. So it's like immediately, yo, let's go out. So when she go out with you, she tests you right away. She gotta test you right away. Let me get the steak. Let me get the face. You know what I mean? Let me get the steak with the potato. We got Ruth Chris ordering this, and this. Ordering, you know what I'm saying? And you sitting there like, damn, okay. So you know, in your mind, you thinking this all working out in your favor because you gonna head back, and then when she gets you, then she just gonna go call her homegirls and laugh, and girl, for about 150 tonight. I got leftovers come through, and I got some champagne.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You just got played. You know what I'm saying? You just got played.
But don't ever think that because you spend money on a female that's going to equate to buns. Like, that's not what that means.
That's not equating to sex, dude.
Stupid. Like you got to be smarter than that.
Don't equate that. You know what I'm saying? Don't equate that. Like, if you want to take them, if you taking it out, just know you taking it out because that's what you want to do. If you want her to spend money, you want to blow your money, you want to do it that way, then that's on you, and that's fine. You can do that.
That's what I was basically getting at. It's like, if
you
you're going
can
to
do
go
that
out
shit,
with a person.
but understand, all I'm saying is understand what you're getting yourself into. Understand what you're getting yourself into, and stop rushing to do shit. Like, yo, let me immediately do this. And you don't know this person. You don't know this.
You don't know the person.
Idea what you working.
You don't know what they're capable of.
Yeah.
You know, like, you don't know whether they, did they do diligence on you? Maybe they scheming you out.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
That's why you gotta have a conversation.
You gotta be careful.
That's why you gotta have a conversation. You need a couple of conversations to see where this is going before you start wanting to be like, let me take you out and shit like that. Dudes be right immediately. Yo, let's go out. Let's go out. Same thing when you leaving the club. First thing that's what I'm thinking. That's what all the game. That's what it changed the game. Dudes to be in the club. Yo, what we doing? Let's go eat breakfast. You spending your money eating breakfast. She going home, belching, going home to her man. She ain't thinking about you. You out here trying to look like a man. You know what I'm saying? See, you out here trying to look like a woman. You just fed her and her friends. You just fed her and her friends. I mean, if that's what you want to do, that's fine. They do that shit. But, I mean, they laughing at you. They looking for you next weekend. You know what I'm saying? They looking for you next weekend. They're looking for you again. I hope you show up at the next spot and you want to do the same shit again. Because they're gonna be nice and drunk and want to eat again.
Well,
they put you in that. They gonna put you in that nice little friend zone. That's my friend. You know what I'm saying?
My friend, right?
Yeah.
Your friend that your husband or your man don't ever want to meet because you know that dude want to smash.
No, but what they do is they just say they say they put it on their next friend. Yeah, it was she met some dude. He bought us all breakfast. You know how this shit go.
Yeah, I mean, if you in the game, like you know what to do.
Yeah.
I mean, since you putting it out there, whatever, however, what your time frame is. Let me tell you this: there are guys that will wait the time frame out, and then dump your ass. Okay, so don't think that you holding a dude because of sex. Okay, because there are dudes that will wait. I know people personally who've done that.
I know people that. So I know I hate to tell it like this, but they had this shit that they used to call, it was like the water technique or some shit we call watering technique. You remember? Dudes would be like, chicks would be like, well, you gotta wait like 60, 90 days or whatever the shit be, and dudes would be like, all right. So, he just call in, check in every other week or whatever, check in, say hi, sit on the phone, shoot the bullshit, check in.
Go out.
Back for like another 2-3 weeks and just waiting it out and just keep, talking to you and shit like that. Just checking in, watering the flowers, you know what I'm saying? Watching it grow until it's time.
Word. I'm trying to tell you. All right, that's a technique, though.
So that's why that was like the crazy
flowers. Let's just say you just hanging out with the person. You ain't putting no pressure on them. Y'all going out. Y'all going to eat and all that stuff. Whatever y'all decide that y'all gonna do, talk on the phone. And the day after y'all have your physical encounter, he don't call you no more. But you made them wait. They out there. So stop acting, don't use your body to try to quantify the relationship. The relationship is mental, spiritual. Physical is later. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't even that deep.
Don't think that the whole time he been waiting and he ain't been smashing, because as soon as he drop you off, he out to the next
spot. That's the other thing. You got to put it like this. Like, all right.
You're gonna have to earn your spot now.
That's gonna wait on you. Like, all right, like me personally, like I wasn't running out there like that, but I also wasn't playing them games. Like, listen, there is no 90-day rule or whatever. Like, whatever's gonna happen is gonna happen when it happens.
When it happens.
So I don't get into the how many days that is, but I do know that there are guys, women too, if you could flip the coin however you want it. You think that you got them waiting on something. Man, they feeling they need somewhere else.
Yeah.
And they still they're going to smash on you. They're going to treat you like the little guppy that you are, because you're dealing with a shark. So if you're dealing with sharks, You got to understand the type of waters that you in. You in bloody waters.
Yeah, you deep
I read,
in,
you know,
deep
I'm
in the Atlantic.
that deter sharks is a group of dolphins. You know what I'm saying? You not a dolphin? I don't know what to tell you, man. But hey, man, that was relationships. You got to put it out there, man. Like, it wasn't no man bash who says it wasn't a woman bash who says it. It was more about this is the game. But the game has changed because of the way that the kids, I call them kids, the way that they're coming up today in terms of what's important. Now, being that the young ladies today growing up knowing how important money is, of course, a lot of younger women are ending up with older dudes. You know why? Because they're more mature for what they trying to do, especially if you are a mature woman. If you're 25, you probably won't date a 20-year-old because he's not there. You know, I'm talking about the normal 20-year-old. I ain't talking about entertainers and actors and all that. I'm not talking about them. I'm not talking about the 1% of the population who has bread. You got bread and the other person got bread, don't nobody care. But if you got to go through life on the grind to get bread, to do it together, it's hard, man. Like you said earlier, like a 6-figure woman ain't bringing up the mailroom dude unless the mailroom dude is a dude that want to go and do more.
That's why people used to always be like, don't date older women because they try to manipulate you. But
they do. So I was told.
So I was told.
But then what's older? You got to look at it like this. When you 20, if you're 22, 23 years old, at that age, somebody that's older is like 30. You know what I'm saying? Like you looking at them as an older woman because they 30, but in reality, they're not that old, but they definitely in a different stage of life. You know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah. It's where you are, in life. And it ain't, I don't even know where else to touch on, the relationship. I would just say that know who you going out with before you go out with them. Don't be in a rush to go and spend up all your bread, because once you get at that table, I mean, granted, if you ain't a sucker, you know what I'm saying? Like, nobody's going to, walk all over you. You're not going to let that happen. But in normal situation, if you like a woman, let's say you go out, you want her to order whatever she want. You know what I'm saying? But she's playing you.
Like, that's what but that's if you know that, though, after you have.
But it takes time for you to know that, though.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So, it's like the first time, you don't you know what I'm saying? You just mean that. You just, you taking them out, you taking her out, and you don't even know, you ain't had a conversation, nothing with this woman. And you going out and you spend, that's not me. That's what I'm going to say.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to, if that's what you want to do, that's fine. You know what I'm saying? That's fine. But me, no. I'm not doing that. I'm not going to spend no bread on you and I don't know you. You know what I'm saying? That's just not going to happen. I'm not.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, that's it. And I think that's.
I'm not rushing to do that. I'm not rushing to be like, let's go on a date. Nah, I'm good on that. I'm good on
that. Like, let's start. Like, all right, let's put it like, when you get to a certain point, you just don't have time for the nonsense. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, my wife, I courted my wife. Yeah, we went out, you know what I'm saying? But I was in a different place mentally as well. I was much older, you know what I'm saying? When I started seeing her, she didn't meet 25-year-old core, hard-headed, stubborn. I ain't paying for shit unless we really together in it. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got to be rock solid, because I wasn't trying to have 2, 3, 4 women like that. Like, I'm trying to rock with this one. Let me see what you're doing. But then the same way, when they say nice guys finish last, it's the truth, because you got to be firm. There's some things you got to have a code on. Like, you can't just.
You got to have rules to this shit.
Yeah, it's rules. Like, you
got to stick by your rules to this shit.
Your woman, you want your woman to respect you. She's not going to respect a sucker.
Yeah.
And if you don't know what a sucker is, take that woman out and let her order $300 worth of stuff and call her the next day and see how she's doing, and you get her voicemail continuously. Or you text her and she don't text back for like 4 days.
You a lollipop.
Find out where the priorities are.
You a lollipop. You a lollipop. You straight got sucking. You know what I'm saying? That's all you is. You all day sucker. That's all it is. You know what I'm saying? There's rules to this shit. There's rules there on both sides. You know what I'm saying? There's rules to this shit on both sides.
But yeah, right. It's not
rules,
a male.
and that's the funny thing. But that's the funny thing, though. The rules go for everybody. It's not just one side. The rules go for everybody. That's the same thing women can apply to it too. Like, you don't know this dude. Why the hell you out here buying them shit? You know him. You don't know him. Where you know him from? Went out with him one time buying them shit. Then when he take your shit and your money and disappear, now you like, yo, them motherfuckers ain't shit. But you ain't even know this motherfucker.
What about the ones that do the background checks? How you feel about that? Like, you know, the people that pay the $49.99 and do the preliminary background check on people before they go out with them. You know what I mean? People find it.
I mean,
people find it.com, $50.
I dig it. If that's what you want to do, that's fine. I dig that shit. I mean, motherfuckers is crazy now. That shit don't really tell the whole story. But they trying to game you. You know, you got to decipher. You got to understand that shit. So, you know, and anything that happens, you got to be responsible enough to take you got to be able to take your responsibility in the matter. Like, you can't just blame it all on the person. You got to take some of the blame yourself too. If you got, you open yourself up to get got. So you got to take the blame too on that shit. You can't just be like, it's on him, or men ain't shit. Or you can't be like, oh, these bitches ain't shit. Whatever happens, you know what I'm saying? Dudes ain't shit. It's like dudes get money, they meet chicks in the club, they smash, they wake up, they rob their ass. That's your fault. That's all your fault. That's you. You can't blame.
First of all, let's back up, Rob, because what you just said was very important. First of all, if you living that way, you know, if you out there, you dealing with, you ain't supposed to fall asleep around a woman anyway when you first meet her. I don't give a fuck who she is. You don't fall asleep around the woman. If you just started dating, are you stupid? You don't know who she is. Dudes is crazy.
That's what I'm talking about. They reckless. They reckless. These dudes is reckless, and they soft. That's like, you know, you see dudes, they getting set up. Chicks are setting them up. They doing all. I mean,
that's been going on.
I'm saying they've been set up chicks. That's been out there for years. We know that.
Yeah.
But now it's even easier for them because these dudes are so gullible. Because they think because they got money, it can't happen. And it can happen.
A lot of people get touched.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying in this relationship shit. Your mouth is the best thing. Your mouth and your ears is the best thing for you. You got to listen to what they're saying to you. Because the person you're talking to is always going to tell you who they are. It's just for you to listen and see who they are.
Right.
They're telling you who they are. They're telling you. You know what I'm saying? So you got to learn how to listen and decipher what they're saying. Read between the lines of who they are. You know what I'm saying? And some people, you may not even have to read between the lines. They just going to show you who they are regardless. And that's what you have to do. You know what I'm saying? They going to show you they don't give a fuck from the door. And if it's on now, he cute girl or she fine. All right, well, then don't be mad when they fuck you over because that you already knew this shit. And that's what I don't like. I don't like what motherfuckers who knew what they was getting themselves into and then be complaining and then try to make everybody else feel they pain. No, this is your shit.
That's what I'm saying. If you've been going through it, and I'm just talking about on a plain level. I ain't talking about being abused and you got psychological trauma. I'm talking about you getting dogged out. You don't feel like you being shown their proper worth in the relationship, but you stay with the woman or stay with the man, and then you complain to your friend, but you staying with the dude, and then they screw you over, or the female screw you over, and then you know you walking around mad. But you had your people. I'm talking about your lieutenant, your associate general. You know what I'm saying? Like you had people that was with you the whole time that was telling like, yo, leave her alone, leave him alone. But you hard-headed. You know, you want to stay with them because of whatever reason, A, B, C, D. And let me put it to you like this. If your woman don't support you when you down, don't expect her to be there when you on the up and up. You know what I'm saying? Because that's when it's easy to support somebody. As a matter of fact, you ain't even supporting them. They don't need support when they up there. They need support to maintain. But if you with the wrong person, that's not going to happen. How you going to stay with a person just because of that mentality, it's cheaper to keep it. Nah, it's gonna hurt you to stay with this person. They're gonna bleed you. Get out when you.
Well, it's cheaper to keep her if you rich. You know what I'm saying? If you somebody like Jay-Z, yeah, it's cheaper to keep her. You know what I'm saying? Than give up. You know what I'm saying? Than to pay out all that bread. But if you ain't sitting on it like that, then no, then that's just, you know, you may not be a good talker, but you got a lot of money, so you're gonna spend your money. You know, you ain't got no game, but you gonna spend money. You know what I'm saying? So that's what you use it to get over with.
Right,
you know?
right.
Well, let me take you out, yo. Go ahead, order this. You know what I mean? You know, talk shit. That's what you do. But you're shallow inside. Like, you know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, your shallowness will come out.
All day.
Oh, you know what I'm saying? So it's just that's why I say when you talk to, you know, there's been plenty of times back in the days, and I meet a chick or something, and she be like, yo, so we talk after 3-4 conversations, she probably not hear from me again. You know, like, she be, yo, what happened to her? Nah, it just wasn't for me. You know what I'm saying? We didn't have, I could tell from the conversation, we didn't have nothing in common. We didn't have nothing to talk about. We didn't have nothing. So we don't need to take you out on a date. You know what I'm saying? There was no need for me to.
You learn that in it's by 2 or 3 conversations.
Yeah.
You know, when I'm saying like a conversation, I'm talking about half hour, 45 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you might learn, but it might not even be that long, depending on the type of person you're talking to.
Yeah, if they got something to say, if there's conversation.
Yeah.
Some, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm saying, like dudes, people who don't have conversation, they make up for it with other shit. You know what I'm saying? They gonna throw something else at you. They're gonna throw something else at you, money, you know, buy you shit, whatever. They're gonna do something to make up for the lack of conversation they have. And that's where, you know, once you start that way, and then if your money get tight, especially dudes, if your money get tight and you can't keep her doing the way like she liked to do, because that's how you brought it to her, like that's how you living, but now your bread tight, and you be like, nah, we got to cut back and we got to go do shit like this. She looking at you like, nah, I want to go here though. Da-da-da-da-da. You like, but you ashamed. You can't tell her my money ain't right. Because you already know your money ain't right. She dipping. So,
but you knew that before they even got to that point. What type of person.
Exactly. You knew that because that's how you portrayed yourself. So that's what you're going to get now. So you can't be mad, oh, yo, shorty didn't even hold me down when, you know, I was going through my shit. But that's not how you portrayed yourself. You portrayed yourself as, oh, I'm this baller, I'm a winner, I'm this, I'm that. You know, I'm getting money, da-da-da, eat whatever, buy you whatever, take you wherever. You know, instead of doing real shit, you know, saving your bread. You know what I'm saying? Learning who this person is, if this is somebody you want to be with. Now you caught up into emotionally, your money fucked up, and she don't want you. And it can be vice versa too. And it vice versa too. They can do the same shit too. Chick, you know, she might be going through some shit when she met you. She was balling. She had a crib, this. Everything was right. And then here you go. You know what I'm saying? She went through some hard times. And you looking at the nigga, he looking around like, you know, nah, I ain't signed up for this. You like, oh, what? You know what I'm saying? He ain't signed up for that. Now the motherfucker ain't signed up for that. So now he gone. Like, nah, I ain't got no money on these bills. I'm out of here. You know? So that's what I'm saying. Like,
true.
You got to know the people you dealing with. Like, and people don't take that time to learn who they dealing with, you know what I'm saying? And then get mad when they get caught and they get burnt in these relationships. But that's what you're going to do is you're going to get burnt. You're going to get burnt because you didn't know the person. You didn't know the person. And even sometimes when you do know a person, they still may burn you. They still may burn you.